Okay, so we're on our first day of training. I'm going to introduce you to Ryan. Now, Ryan is the dog I picked to do advanced training with. The reason being is he's what I call a foster file. He was one of 5 puppies that was brought to me to raise from 6 days old because his mother couldn't provide, and he came from a very bad background. So I've had him since his eyes were closed. So obviously with that, he's got an extreme connection with me. He's highly attached to me. And he's also not a high energy dog like all my other dogs. He's very placid, and you'll see him now, right? And also I chose him is because he's he's still very young. He's only a year old now. So I decided to start training him after his extreme puppiness is over. Now, obviously we're going to work our way up to the attack, but that's going to be a long, patient road. So for that to happen, we have to make sure they listen to commands. Orion, I choose food as a positive connection. As you can see, he tends to be a bit more stocky, and food drives him. So we're just going to start with our basic commands. Luckily, because I've had him since a very young age, he knows some commands, but for my videos I left some of it just to teach you until we're happy to move on to the next command. So obviously they must come when you call them. Being a dog that's attached, that's very easy. He doesn't get distracted easily. Also because I'm fortunate enough on raising him where I live, which is on a plot with other animals and chickens and whatnot. So there I'm very fortunate, but you can start from scratch with your dog as well. So obviously we're just going to start with the basics, and they have to listen, and before you go on to the next, and then we're going to go to advanced training, and then hopefully we'll end up with our attack training. So okay, Uriah, positive, sit, he immediately listens, good boy, food is life. Okay, so if you haven't taught your dog to sit, that's usually your basic. Most people get that right, but as I say, it depends on the dog. But with him, it was just easy, pushing his bum down and giving him a treat and saying the word. Try not to vary words, not to do sentences. It must be one word, one command, and you stick to it. Dogs are extremely intelligent, but just remember they have a vocabulary and it's limited. So stick to one word, they recognize it, and that's it. Ryan, come. Right, come. And again, sit. Good boy. If you want to teach your dog to give paw, you can. Paw. And how you teach that? Again, I say paw, I hold up my hand, and I lift his foot up and give him his treat, saying paw. Okay, so that's 2 basic things. I don't teach paw to all my dogs, especially dogs that tends to want to jump on you or scratch you. I don't teach them paw because that just reinforces the jumping and the scratching. But with him, he doesn't really jump and scratch, so it's a nice extra trick. Then the next one, sit, paw, good boy, and then down. Now just remember, keep it one word. So if you stick to down, that's it. But don't use the same word for something like, say they're on your bed and you want them to jump off. Don't go down again, because then he's going to lie down on the bed. Make sure you've got a different command for that, like off, and you stick to that. So I also like to use hand signals with my training. It's just a double way. It's very so that I don't get confused easily. Ryan, down, good boy. Same thing, to teach them how to do that, you can just gently push them down. Ryan, come. In a sense of showing them down. If they don't go down on themselves, you can push them. Otherwise, just let them follow your hand with the treat or the positive connection. You can see he's very happy. Okay, so you start with your basics, and you must get to the point where there's distractions and you don't have a treat and your dog still listens to you, and then you know you can move on. Okay, it was a very good first day, and I hope you enjoyed it. Good boy.